Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is this week's situation battle, Dance of the Orbital Ghosts. By the time you're seeing this, it may not be available on PSN anymore, but it will, of course, be available in a couple of months on PC, so if you want to get an idea of what you're looking at, here it is. We are on the Federation side. We have got, I believe, two standard gyms, two Gym Kais, and a Gym Cannon. I am in the gym with beam spray gun. There's also one with a bazooka. I believe there's a Gym Kai with a bazooka and one with a double beam gun. And the Gym Cannon is the Gym Cannon space type to be specific. Enemy side has two Zudas, one with the anti-ship rifle and one with the bazooka. Also, I believe a couple of standard Zaku's and the Zaku 1 commander type. So, not a bad setup. But yeah, I did this one. I think I have played, if not every single seat on each side, I have at least played every mobile suit type. And this is the first round that I felt even slightly comfortable with running. I was having a hard time with this one. But this is relatively, relatively low cost, relatively basic, situation and, mobile suits. So nothing too outstandingly ridiculous, but enough to, make for a good fight. You may have noticed that, as is frequently the case, they have buffed some suits for this. The gym has two melee swings and a dodge roll, which I know they've increased the abilities of the gyms and Zaku's over the years, but I don't think either of those things is currently still true of the original gym at most, if any, costs. It took a long time for all costs of the gym to have balancers, as I recall. So it's definitely been tweaked, as most of these tend to be for the situation battle, which suits me fine. Having a dodge roll and two hit melee, always nice. Beam spray gun, of course, doesn't do a ton of damage, but it also has a decent build stun. 3 or 4 shots will generally do the job, and it has really good uptime. And because it cools down very, very quickly. And yeah, I think actually I don't know what to think, but seems like number one, I think sent you handle this because multiple people went for a base bomb at the same time. Number 3 is the only one in their actual suit, and they're getting beaten up. They are now exploded. Number 2 was in an Ago, but bailed back out. So yeah, they went for a base bomb. They all went for the base bomb except me, because I was dead at the time, or busy fighting. And yeah, I don't think that's going particularly well, honestly. I have a feeling it's going to get diffused, but I will try and keep the defending suits busy while I can. We're only down 500 points at the moment. That's an okay place to be at this point. But yeah, beam spray gun does, besides the other qualities I mentioned, does have a, yep, they diffused. I expected that. Does have pretty good ASL, so anything, it should automatically aim for anything within that broader circle around my reticle. Basically, yeah, if I believe you can turn off ASL in the options screen if you just want it to always be shooting exactly where you're shooting. But the ASL's gotten pretty good. It's like if you're specifically trying to break legs, which early in the game I did a lot, it's very hard to use for that. But otherwise, yeah, just having a little bit of assistance is not a bad thing. And it's relatively accurate. Okay, I guess they got hit by the support fire there. It's also relatively accurate because most mobile suits are supposed to be as automated as possible when you get down to it. So there's a scene in First Gundam where basically Rambarala says that Amuro's aim is actually too good. It's too accurate because that makes it easier for his mobile suit's computer to predict. So, yeah, most mobile suit combat is probably automated to a degree even greater than what we see in this game, frankly. But I know manual controls are possible, But yeah, that the idea is that a lot of this is just handled by the computer, which makes sense. It is a large, complicated machine, and you have one person to pilot it. So yeah, that kind of would do it. I'm gonna get killed here, but I'm just trying to dole out a little bit extra damage before I do. They missed me with the bazooka. I do have an advantage here being on the Federation side and being this low on health because, yeah, the Zaku had to actually tag me with the bazooka or with the grenade, and neither of those, of course, have ASL. Vulcans fire faster, and they do. So, yeah, low health suits on the Federation side in a battle like this can probably last a little bit longer than the Xeon side does. See, I've jumped back in because it looks like the bomb will actually go off this time, so we're going to expand our lead a little, and I'm just going to keep shooting at things. And okay, yep, base destroyed, so we're ahead by about 2,800 points. A little bit less now. I talked about numbers. I should know. But, yeah. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, as you can see, the Zuda being a raid, I get a little bit more damage against that. And that Zuda player is pretty good. Very fast. And they're good at evading, so I'm not landing a lot of my hits. But yeah, beam spray gun does about 1,000 to shot with type advantage, and that's, pretty substantial at these levels. But yeah, only 844 to a standard Zaku and significantly less to the Zaku 1 Commander. But there is the Zuda, one of the Zudas. It's the bazooka one this time. I had an okay round with that at one point, but just not quite enough that I wanted to run it. This one, I do pretty well with beam spray gun gyms most of the time. So yeah, that worked out. I was burning Vulcans, waiting for my beam spray gun to come back, which was too late to win that duel, but I can hopefully contribute some damage here and there. We were in the last minute, and our prospects look good. Yeah, and now, yep, managed to get that while I was getting shot in the back by something else. And yep, just again trying to stack damage while I can. Don't we probably have time to take out a couple more things while we wait for the round to wind down. So, or I'll die. One of those, maybe both. At this point, yeah, just trying to get the Zuda before I dropped. Didn't quite get it, but I did get the assist. So we are still a solid 3,500 points ahead with almost no time on the clock. So I'm pretty confident about this. We'll see. Yeah, we're pretty much maintaining that that gap, so that's good. 5 seconds, yeah. Unless they were to somehow blow up both of those gyms and our base, I don't think they'd have it. So, yep, that is the round. Yeah, like I said, it's not a bad situation battle. I just had a hard time with it. But in the end, let's see. I did not make the board. Wow, our Jim Kai did 125,000 damage. I'm impressed. Wish I knew which one it was. Whether it was bazooka or double beam gun. Double beam gun is pretty good. And I missed my stats entirely. But yeah, it's around. I think, like I said, I think I did fairly well, and it's the first one I played where I didn't feel totally overwhelmed, so we're going to go with it. That is it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later. So amidst my latest pile of art books and what have you from Sir Gaia, I got something fun. It is a collection of Yoshikazu Yasuhiko's storyboards from Gundam The Origin movie 2. And I think it came with one of the big fancy Blu-ray sets because it's about the size of a Blu-ray box, about digest size, But there's some fun artwork in there. He boarded like some of the best scenes in the movie himself. So, and yeah, I'm happy to have that. But yeah, if you don't remember which one that is the one I refer to as Sail en Masse and the Worst Summer Ever. Because yeah, pretty much like anything terrible that could happen to Sail pretty much happens in the space of that movie. So, but yeah, happy to have that. I had I'm gradually collecting random, Yasuhiko art books when I can find them, so this will be a nice one for that set.